Good evening, good afternoon. Today is March 2nd, 2026. Welcome to the daily late session, the daily review of the Nasdaq here in trade nation called US Tech 100. So it has been an interesting day. Let's first, as usual, have a quick look at the daily. So as you can see, we are right back in the middle of a pretty tight trading range where we have been many times before in the last couple of weeks. Thursday, we saw a sell-off after a couple of strong bull bars, and I think after what happened this weekend in the Middle East, many would probably have expected continuation, a bear bar today, but actually we have pretty strong bull bar. We can see that bears managed to test down to around big round number 24,500, but they were rejected. Instead we got a double bottom, a triple bottom, and now we have something that could look like a major trend reversal. But we have been here before. 3 days before we saw a nice bull bar, but there were no bulls above. We almost reached another nice round number, 25,500, and were rejected. So 1,000 points in the other direction. So let's have a look at the hourly. So it confirms, the picture. Of course, we have had we are in the middle of a trading range on the daily. As we can see, we had some good bars in the beginning of the trading day today. Now we have also a couple of good bear bars, but let's have a closer look at the 5-minute bar. So we have about 1 hour left of the trading day. We have reached bar 70. We have reached bar 68. As usual, let me just very fast mark high and low. I will do that on the 15-minute. So let's have a look here. Yesterday, that was Friday, we were down here at a low, high, up here, and the close. Let me just check. So the close was here, 4:15. Okay. So we are actually just testing the low of yesterday. So as you can see, we were trending down here from we had a gap down situation Monday morning, but pretty fast the market trended up, and then we had a early morning with a series of bear bars. We found a bottom just when the European session opened. So just an hour into the European session, we started to have a series of bull bars. When Wall Street opened, we had one strong bull bar, and that kind of has marked the day proper. It seems like we until now got a measured move up. Let me hide some of these bars so we just see the actual trading day. I will hide the extended hours. and go back to 5-minute. So what's happening here? Bar 68, a bit of a surprise bar. It broke below a number of bars, as we can see. Yeah, it broke. It broke, of course, below like an hour full of bars here. And that's a clear sign that we will go a bit lower. Let's just measure the first bar. I think I need to work on my numbers. Today we just changed to Trade Nation, so I'll get back to that. Usually, but it seems that we have a measured move up. What we can see here after this first very strong bar, we had 3 pushes up, and from there, trading range, we got a new attempt here, bar 15, but it was a rejection. But not a really strong rejection. It's important to also to look at the bars here. We just got two bars, 17, 16, 17, and then we got a reversal, and we moved a little bit higher here on bar 20. The bears came in a bit stronger, got 4 bars, but then we have a wedge here, and bulls came back in on bar 25. Pretty good bar 25. Got follow through. A little bit thin up here, but we got a series of very small bars, moved a little bit higher, but as we can see, we reached 25,000, a very important number as we have seen earlier days, and yeah, bulls kind of stopped. Probably happy that they moved yeah, almost 500 points, at least 400 points. So slowly bears started to enter. We came back to the low of this breakout point. 26 was a breakout. We got back to the low of this. We got back actually exactly to this breakout point, and bears or bulls, they stepped back in, and we got a new leg up. Again, a trading range at a little higher level, 50 points above 25,000, but again, few buyers, and eventually bears with bar 68 managed to get a surprise bar, and we fell they got follow through because it was a strong bar, and we were back to the same breakout point. Let me just measure here the lunch bar, 1:45 Eastern. So it was interesting enough, exactly close of yesterday. So close of yesterday, and the low of the lunch bar, as I call it. It's 15 minutes from 1:45 to 2 p.m. New York time. And this is the top. So as you can see, bar 70, bull stepped in, but they found some resistance at the top of this pink line. So this area is now, an important trading range area, you could say. But yeah, I mean, bears, they managed to move the market almost 150 points in just 2 bars. That is pretty impressive. So volatility is picking up, I would say. But also, how many bears do we have below this pink line? They are up against bar 25, 26, and a lot of sideways trading, right? Maybe they can get an additional leg down. Let's see. If they do, pretty sure that we will see buyers down here. So when you see something like 70, you need to ask yourself, is this just a break-even attempt from bulls, or what we're actually looking at? If it's just a retracement from, and we will get a new leg up, but actually right now bulls look strong. But volatility is picking up if you compare the last couple of bars with these tiny bars up here or early in the day. Could also be that we need to go a little bit lower to get rid of some of the bears who were short here and didn't manage to get out. So bar 70 is difficult to trade because it's a little bit too big almost, and it has a tail on top and a tail below. Well, the tail below is okay for the bulls, but they don't like to see this tail. The longer it takes for bears to sell, the more will scalp out. We have 30 seconds left of this 5-minute bar. But the same you can say for the bulls, right? Yeah. Bulls are disappointed here. We could go a bit lower before we find buyers. Or this bar 71 could be the get out bar for the bears. So let's see how many sellers we actually have here. They're careful. They're up against bar 25, 26. But as we can see, they've been down here before. Let me just mark an obvious magnet open of the day. First goal for the bears is down here. But this can still reverse right up. We could go down here to 900. It's also a strong magnet for bears, and return right up. So we tested the lower pink line. If we manage to go lower, this will be a breakout point. If we get a smaller bull bar here with kind of this height, it's a pretty good, there will be bulls above. Also, it's a question of timing, but yeah, bulls are coming in now. So a doji, last 30 seconds are important. Will we get a sell bar here, red bar, or a smaller bull bar? Yeah, so bears, they have this one. So we have now a picture with an outside bar, bar 70, outside to 69. Then we have two inside bars to 70. Maybe this was the low that bears needed to get out. As we can see, some bears, they were low here on 69. They were surprised by 70. They decided to sell higher, got two bars and got out. So we could get a reversal here. On the other hand, we have a bar 72 that closed lower than 79 and 70, just with a tiny bit, and it means that we can go lower. But it's just not an easy area to to sell. So 2 minutes have passed and no sellers so far. Yeah, I bought this one because it looked nice, so to say. I think there's a chance that we will get to the pink line in the top before we get back to the pink line below, but let's see. So let's see if bulls can keep this momentum. Looks like a nice outside up. Will we get continuation here, or are bulls selling out? It's a second entry long. So it makes it harder for bears to be short, right? So you will usually see buyers at 50%. I cannot measure it today. I need to work on my measurements, but and then you will have buyers at 66%. So we can see we got some buyers here at approximately 50%. Bulls, they now want a measured move up. Want to get back to the moving average. They want double the size of bar 73. But we can also have some desperate bears down here that they want to break even. They want to sell higher and get out with a break even. So maybe the smart bears are getting out here. As we can see, we're going higher. Close to my take profit area. It's not the 40 point here. It's a buy order that I put in. I will remove that one now. So let's see if we can go back to 25,000. Bears will try to defend that, try to avoid it. Yeah, it's a difficult area here, right? Because we have some tails and we have a strong bar 68, so it's difficult for bulls to buy up here. Need to get in now. Yeah, a little higher, a bit higher. Last points. Yeah, push it higher. So bears want to paint double top here. They want the tail and go lower. This is where you usually just want to press close and take your points and run. It's taking a lot of time, and we only have 20 minutes left of the trading day. Yeah, I'm checking out here. Bulls are a bit disappointed. They will come back in. 73 was a good bar. But difficult to trade against 68, right? It was a surprise bar and a strong bar. But let's see. I would not be surprised if we are up here into the close. So a lot of inside bars to bar 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's look at it. Today we had this strong bar number 1. We trended higher, but it was also a trading range. We broke out, found a trading range. As we often see it, it's like a mirror of the first trading range. We are now testing the 50%. If this is the low and this is the high, this area, which is also close of yesterday, becomes like the 50% area. So in the meantime, we got a pretty good bar 75. So bulls will like to buy about that one. So as we can see, we are still within. It's still an inside bar to bar 70, but we are very high in this range. So this is why we are moving higher. As you recall, I had a take profit order up here. I could have held it and I would have my 35 points right now. But that is what happens, right? Bears try to shake you out. They tried with bar 74, 75, but bulls came back in, got a pretty good buy up here, and bulls were motivated and bought it, and we are back at the high of yesterday, high of Friday. As we can see, this was also a breakout point earlier today, bar 56. So we tested back to this breakout point. We're getting very close to 25,000, where we also have the 20-bar moving average. So bulls definitely want to go up and test 25,000. So right now it looks like a rejection here of close of yesterday, but bulls can jump right back in. There are sellers up here, and it's not a surprise when we look at this strong bar 68. Okay. So the first institutional bar 77, and bulls, they just jumped right back in. So market makers want to go higher, want to close the day higher, 10 minutes left. So it means that we could go right back up here. We tested the 20-bar moving average, and always there's some resistance there as sellers and profit takers. So a common picture, right, that we saw here, bar moves up fast, it finds sellers and profit takers, go back, and then there are new buyers, and it goes even higher. So likely we will get back to 25,000, which is very close of, it looks like 50% of the strong bar 68. Target for the bulls, 25,050. They would really like to close up here. That will mean that there is no tail on top of today's bull bar. It makes it more likely that we will move higher tomorrow. So a good lesson for today, study inside bars, right? And bar 75 proved to be decisive. Of course, bar 73, very strong reversal. And it seems like bulls will get their 1R. They will get double of 73. Also interesting to see like that a bar like 68, it will get follow through, right? It was not a great follow through, but they got it. But they didn't manage to go much lower because they just hit the low of a trading range marked by the pink bar and close of yesterday. So right now we are back at 25,000 almost. Right there, 25,000. There you have it. So that looks like 1R. Bears are giving up, so likely we will go move up to 50 into the close. So another interesting trading day. Let's just finish by having a look at the daily. So a nice reversal for bulls, tail below. It tested back into 24,500. Strong day, 500 points, and we are back in the middle. It's a breakout point here, 25,000. It's also about this, the center of trading range. Market wants to, bulls, they want to go up to 26,000, can be difficult. First goal, 25,500. They have been there before, they have been rejected, but it seems to be difficult for bears also to get some traction down here. So we have higher lows. Maybe this bar today is enough for the bulls to move a bit higher during this week. Let's see. So thank you for now. Thank you for joining, and have a great evening and a great afternoon. Goodbye for now.